Let's tap into one more thing, maybe. I think I'm tapping into witches, but when I tapped into that, it's just okay. Let's tap into it because I don't remember. I just remember it was kind of like yada. So I'm just setting the intention to tap into witches. I don't know what about witches. I'm just going to see what comes up. And this is what I do for fun. Literally. Okay. Ooh, so there's lots of like northeast, southwest, and lots of like wind fire because these elements there needs to be balance. When there's balance and stuff, that's when oh wow. Okay. So there's all this like importance on like everything I just said. And it's really like working with energy and feng shui to like bring this stuff for you. For example, it's like love spells. I don't know if it's true that like love spells has like an element of this, an element of that. And for some reason there's like directional kind of stuff going on with that. Maybe like places, um, I don't know, in your house or somewhere that it's not so much magic, but it works because it's playing with the energies of the earth. But it seems like magic, but it seems like a spell, but it feels like it's just, yeah. For example, see if I could get a good example so you guys understand and like how crazy this is. All right, for example, if you had 10 cars on a dirt road and you set up all of these cones to go left, then right, then left, then right, then right, then right, and the cars followed those cones and went left, then left, then right, then right, magic. It's not magic though, it's just following like the directions of the universe, aka the cones. That's like what this spell stuff is. Wow. You guys know what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be in that kitchen pantry. Um, wow. Okay. Also, I don't know if this is related, but I'm getting a headache. Like, all sides of my head feels like it's crushing. um, I've tapped into curses and hexes before. I want to see if what I believe, what I've heard, maybe what I've tapped into is true. That kind of like the darker entities, um, nothing can kind of attach to if you're not believing it. Okay, so similar, yes. Nothing can like attach to like this love spell or this whatever kind of negative spell if you're not in like alignment vibration with that. So the reason that a love spell will work is because yes, you were in vibrational alignment maybe with this person where you guys were kind of a match. And like through these kind of intentions, they started noticing you. So um it's not by chance that love spells kind of come up twice out of my mouth, out of the examples that I've been given. It kind of honestly feels like those work. Just being a little bit crazy for the first time in this entire podcast episode, right? Because it's like the cones example of all right, direct your attention over here to this person. This person likes you so much because they're lined up with you. You like this person so much because you are lined up with them. There you go. Abracadabra. You're welcome. But the hexes and the curses, they don't work because no one's in vibrational kind of match. Like the person who is intending or wishing ill will, whatever, no. And the person who was maybe hurtful or even deserving it, no. It feels like both of those things. And this is smart, this makes sense. Like the envious, the jealousy, the rage, the um I don't know, the rudeness, the meanness, those are not on the same level. So the person who's wanting to attack the person and the person who was attacking the person, they got different kind of energies, vibrations going on. So that curse, that hex, like 90% of the time it's not going to work. Ooh, that also feels like karma. This is like the third time that this year that I've heard that karma is real. And I just always refuse to believe that because it's like a fish that was like a worm or whatever. It's got bad karma because blah, 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 blah. And it was living its life as a worm or whatever. That's just so crazy to me. But um, like a karma thing is more a vibrational match of things like that happen when you come into alignment with something. So there's karma happening to you, for example, of someone spitting in your food. I was talking about this today. For example, someone spitting in your food. There was a time where you were in alignment with kind of, I'm just going to say, like being worthy of this, which doesn't make sense about the like last thing that I said. But my understanding is kind of like not right away is their karma, but there was a kind of time when, yes, you're lined up with this karma. The hexes kind of thing isn't really hexes and curses. It's not energy, it's kind of floating around, like waiting for you to be in alignment. It's more of like, all right, you set this intention out, it's dissolving. I was asking a question about like generational curses. I don't want to believe in that, but let's just see. I don't think so. Okay, so no. I feel like what I'm getting is in the way that we think like generational curses, like grandma to grandchild to blah, blah, everyone's got this curse. No, different energies, different stuff, different vibrations. Can't like curse a family unless they're kind of believing in this. If they're believing in this, of like, our family is just so unlucky. It's our last name. It's the shaman kind of person that said this. They're like aligning to that. But it feels like when I bring up generational curses, a lot of that feels habits. That's just what they do. That's just what they want to do. That's just what they've been raised, how they've been raised. Um, all right, so back to the witch stuff. I'm talking about spells. They do work, yes. I think there was another thing I was trying to tap into. There's a lot of factors that go into this. A lot of people can intuitively tap into it of like, oh, I think I'm just going to wrap this clockwise or counterclockwise. There's a lot of steps that go into this actually being real. Oh, I remember what I was trying to tap into. Um, why it kind of became evil. I'm confused. So it feels like there's a lot of like abusive power. There's a lot of like pain kind of being inflicted, but I'm confused with how and kind of why. And it feels like somehow people, witches that were really into this were able to cut corners. Okay. It feels like they just had dark intentions. And we're working with kind of the lower kind of stuff that, wasn't like demons and things like that, although it could have very well been. It was just like lower vibrational stuff, lower vibrational like outcomes, lower vibrational intentions. I keep seeing rats. I think that rats are kind of metaphoric in being like the eyes of something. Like they see all, like they know all the secrets. Is that true? Rats and witches hand in hand. Black cats. Oh, okay. I mean, I knew all this, but then I forget. Um, Black cats feel connected to the underworld where they can disappear. And it feels like people thought that they were like jumping into the underworld and then coming up from the underworld because they just like hide and disappear and go here and blend into the night. Oh, and it feels like, the black cat crossing your path that cats weren't seen during the daytime, like black cats, because they're like connected to like the underworld. They can't be outside it at the daytime. All right, that's cool. That's interesting. I think I'm going to leave it here because this is literally what I can do all night and it'll just never be ending. Um, Maybe you learned some stuff. Maybe you knew all this stuff. I think that it's certainly very, very interesting. And yeah, if you guys want me to tap into more kind of Halloween things, let me know, leave comments, send me a message. If you want to book a psychic reading with me, you go to my website and I'm actually in October doing live readings. I'll post details about that soon. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, so that's where they are going to be. One of them is definitely probably going to be on the 30th of October, which is a Saturday. Halloween is on a Sunday this year. And a new kind of service that I just added is very, very convenient. I'm busy, you're busy, we're all very, very busy. But if you have a question, a psychic question, or something that you want to kind of like know about or hear about from a past loved one, you can text me with it's a platform, it's an app that's called Texty. And if you send hashtag question, you can ask me whatever kind of question. Send hashtag question first and then type out your question. It'll ask you to register and I'll ask you to send payment, which it's $7 per question. And I'll text you back the response I get. If I need like clarification of, on heyhero, which is another platform I have, I get such general stuff that I wish I could be like, okay, well, what does your cat look like? Or who is Bob? I'll just like text you if I have any questions like that. But it's very, very nice. It's very, very convenient for the both of us because doing kind of psychic stuff for the last 2 years, I still get questions on the daily from friends, family, clients, strangers of can I tap into this? Can I feel this? And instead of doing the whole kind of um, crossing my boundaries, exhausting myself, or saying like, hey, book a reading for my time. This is just really, really easy and really, really convenient. Just like you text me, I'll text you. And it's also how we can connect and stuff. Hey Hero is kind of similar where you send me a question, I'll send you a 4-minute video. And that's just like heyhero.com/Jamie.d.intuitive. I think that you can find it anywhere you want to find me. It's just Jamie.d.intuitive. And this was a lot of fun. This was really, really draining, but fun. And until next time. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Okay, this was fun. This episode, I tapped into a lot of fall, kind of September, Halloweeny kind of stuff. And I feel that in the beginning, maybe of this, it started off slow just because I don't know. I just wanted to see where this would go. Sometimes I every day forget that I'm psychic, forget that like it just takes a little bit of like tapping into something for you to come up with like amazing results or whatever. It's like an infomercial. Um, but I tapped into trees, how they feel about losing their leaves in the fall and kind of what's going on there. Then I branched off to tapping into pumpkins, how they feel about being carved, how they feel about being pumpkin pie, and if pumpkin pie even has a consciousness or what, which we found out that yes, it does. And then tapped into Halloween, and then tapped into witches, and then tapped into more even kind of crazier stuff. We tapped into gold and silver. When I say we, I mean me and you and myself and I and my sleeping animals in the background, and maybe a few spirit guides or aliens here and there. Um, my friend was actually telling me a funny story of like she says we a lot. She feels like she's never alone. That's me too. I hope that you enjoy this. And yeah,